Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Wow.
He might call.
Wow.
Wait, hold it. Welcome everyone to the GG Millions. It is time, the pregame show. My man Frank Brannan is in the house. Frank, how are you?
Yo,
What's going on,
yo,
brother?
it's Brannan. It's Brannan, but it's all good.
Frank, I call you Frankie Banks, so
Yeah, I know.
you got to get it right from the start. I love that. Look at that. 1.6 million happens to be in a GG Million score in the Bahamas. I believe you took second place just a few years ago, so that's pretty exciting. We got you here in the flesh for the online version. Tell me about that score first before we break into the show. What was that like, man? Hitting 1.7 million in one buy-in.
It was sick. Honestly, I was like, when I lost the heads up, I was super sad, but it couldn't have been to a better guy. I lost to Samuel Mueller, and he's the man.
He's been a guest on the show as well. So again, congrats on that. That's a mega score. And today we're going to take a look at a actually stacked final table. I know you said you battled with many of these players, and we're taking a look at last week's winner, Alex Theologist, a world-class player as well. Finally got a win on stream last week. Was very much a start to finish display of talent, execution. He did take it down. You can see Juan Pardo Dominguez there. A very tough player. He did end up getting it done. An 8-3 off, nonetheless. Not a premium hand, but he does flop trips. He has a huge chip lead, and he does go ahead and take down this tournament. Have you played with Alex before, or what is your experience with either of these two players?
Yeah, I played with him before. I played with him during that 25K. It was like actually the most time I've ever played with him, but I've played with him like here and there.
Very cool. Yeah, Juan Pardo Dominguez also on the all-time money list, one of the crushers. And this is, again, just not easy, these 10K buy-ins online, but some of the most fun to play, watch, learn. And we see here with Trips does just call, got his player in bad position, hard to make a pair in heads up, and he has Trips. So 8-3 off, he's just going to be calling here as now Juan takes the lead. When's the last time you played a GG Million online?
Last September during the bracelet events. Yeah, it's just hard for me to play when I'm out of the country. Like if I'm out of the country, like I'm trying to vacation, I'm not trying to play poker, but
for sure. Well, we're going to talk. We got a long show today. We got a very stacked final table. We also just fresh off the World Series, and we got to catch up there. You had a couple good scores. You were firing. You were playing a lot of big stuff during the WSOP, and here we get to see the last hand again. You were in there. You needed this before. We needed you on the show before the WSOP to warm up. You still had a pretty good summer, but we're going to see this last hand play out here as this was a title. It is so hard to win, as we're just saying, took second for such a big score, but to actually get the trophy, get the win, never easy. There's the all in. There is the call, turned a check raise bluff into a follow through that didn't work out. That is good game claps and another big score. I think it was around 300K last week. Going to have 300 plus this week as you see the all-time money list. Just an absurd. Artur Mortarizian, 12 titles, two guys here today. You got the Mr. Matson and also Panakovs, who is our chip leader, been a guest on the show and a great player, was at the final table last week. One of the short stacks just got knocked out very early last week. Get to see him on the reverse of that as the chip leader today. So let's go ahead and look at the season two. We're in the second half of the GG Millions for the year. We'll be taking a look at that. And anyone stand out here that you've played the most with on this list with unbelievable pedigree here. Who have you played the most with?
Who have I played the most with? I guess Artur, probably. Yeah, I guess Artur.
He just won the bracelet in the 25K and also has a dominating title lead here, 12 titles. Just incredible stuff. Juan Pardo Dominguez, we just saw him take second last week. So it is amazing how these guys seem to get back so frequently in poker. And there is on this season of the leaderboard, you can see Alex now after that win last week. He does have the top spot. There will be some giveaways and some interesting stuff for that will lead into the Bahamas in the 2025 December. I don't have to ask you. You'll be there, right? That's a special place in your heart. You're going to come play down in December?
I run like God there. I run like God.
60 mil guaranteed this year. They keep pushing it up. It was 50 last year in the 25K. I think the year when you won, it might have been 25. if I'm not mistaken, or I'm sorry, when you got the big score for second, as we then see this week's payout. And pretty flat, 306, 240, going to be a 66K heads-up match. Anything with the payouts? How does this stand with sort of what you saw at the World Series this summer? I know you had some deep runs. How did this payouts look in terms of flatness?
Definitely way flatter than WSOP. I mean, WSOP is like, some of the payouts are pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is big jumps.
Even the one I finished second, the jump was like, I think it was 1.68 per second, and first was 2.7. It was pretty
yeah, it's gnarly. It is definitely gnarly. And this player here, someone I was going to ask if you know, but probably don't, considering we have not seen before, known as Cody Maverick, also with a first-time appearance getting the final table. There's something about that. There's something you got to root for, the unknown, the underdog, but I don't know if we satellited into this or what it is, but first time playing. So cool avatar, cool name, and someone we're going to just kind of be in there with 4 big blinds. You've probably done it, right? Chipping a chair. We're saying 4 blinds. No, not over till it's over. The grinder popped on last week, said hi. He had 3 big blinds, did come back to win the main event. So not over till it's over, but 4 big blinds, kind of at the mercy of some luck there as we go into Mikita Badziakowski. This is a guy I know you played with, I know you know about. Tell me a little bit about Mikita and what you've gotten to see with him over the years.
I mean, he's just like a legend, like one of the best of all time. Insane.
I gotta say, I always am impressed with him. He just seems to be there live. Triton's winning left and right, not just getting there, but winning. And here he does have no title yet, 3 final tables, 50 appearances. So he, always dangerous, only 11 big blinds. What do you think makes him so good? What is something you notice about him or that he seems to execute on?
He's just super tough. I feel like you never really know where you're at when you're playing versus him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people, like, you can kind of like gauge, like, he's like very tough to like gauge where he's at. You know what I'm saying? He's super capable. But from when I played with him, I think he's had it like a bunch, but like, you just like kind of a guy, like, you just gotta like really respect him, like, in every spot. Like, he's super balanced. Like,
yeah, so that seems to be what the greats do, right? They just show up with it. They're playing a lot. You can't call them tight. They just sort of turn it over, and they got the goods, and he does seem to do that. We're going to look at Pedro, the Brazilians. I've just came from Brazil. You know I love Brazil. My wife's Brazilian. I always say they have a spot every week here, but they were kind of taken off during the World Series of Poker. They were off in Vegas, not Brazilians on a couple of the shows recently. So good to see a return of the Brazilian flag here. And tell me about Pedro Garagani, who is 2-win, 2-time champion. And look at that appearances. He's played over 3 years of his life. He has played on a Sunday to make this final table. 12 million earnings on GG, 4 million of those coming from the GG Millions. How about Pedro? 16 blinds today. What do you like about his game?
I like his avatar a lot. I mean, I never really play with him. I maybe have on like GG. I don't, or maybe in real life, but don't really know much about him.
He's tough. He is tough. I'll tell you that. And Leonard, another one. GTO Lab rocking it in there. I know he's a part of that program, and we got to give credit to him. 3 wins. I think we just saw him pretty deep in some live events. He also is with 12 million earnings, almost the same profile there as Pedro. 12 million, 3.5 of those in the GG Million, 17 bigs today. Very, very tough player. And I got to say, I've never played much with Leonard. I don't know about you, but that Austrian flag is a powerhouse in the world, kind of like US, Canada online, right? A lot of German and Austria kind of hybrid together with the laws and where people play from. So I don't know if you're familiar with his game, but just such a
I play with him. He's super tough. I played with him this summer, and I've played with him online.
Yep, he is in a decent position, 17 blinds on the shorter side, but going for his 4th title today. Already has 3 of those under his belt and a lot of earnings. I mean, 12 million GG Million earnings alone, just a crusher. And our Romanashka was told that he has just celebrated his 50th birthday. He is someone who has got 4 wins. He's not playing just professionally, does some producing and music stuff, and seems to play an interesting style. I don't know if you've had the pleasure to play with him live or online, but a friend of GG and someone that's an influencer, not just playing professionally. Have you ever got to battle with him?
No.
So I will say he plays a fun brand. He is someone that will mix it up. He'll go for it. He's doing some unconventional stuff, but also shows you in spots that he just is locked in and knows how to play. So those are harder to play against when you don't always play GTO and you realize that they're willing and able. So I think that he has got a good chance to get his 5th title today. 40 big blinds and a lot of chips. So let's see how he will fare today. We know we have the GG betting odds. We can put a ditter on that. We'll look at the odds at the end of the stream. I don't know if you've ever gotten to do the in-client betting, but it is fun. You can wager on that if you're in a jurisdiction that allows that. So we'll see. If you let me have him for one of my picks, I think I'm going to try to snatch up some of the longer odds. 40 blinds, a lot of chips. Chris Wetz here, 60 appearances, 8 final tables, does not have the win. What about Chris? Live or online? Ring a bell?
I play with him online only. And yeah, another
4 final tables. Has not got higher than 4th in the GG Millions. And you mentioned something at the start of the show. Certain places, certain tournaments, certain formats, you just seem to do well. And other than the Bahamas, what's a place you've done well historically or that you feel good to play at?
I guess Florida, the Hard Rock. Done pretty well there.
And you got the headset on, and I said it gave me some streamer vibes. You used to stream, but not poker. What did you used to stream back in the day on Twitch?
I used to stream Call of Duty, S&D wagers, and like tournaments and stuff. And like Warzone.
Very cool. It's a great game, and we got a great player to look at here. We got to take the full minute on Simon. He is a absolute insane Mount Rushmore in my mind for online in the history. 4 wins. Tell me about Simon, and when did you first play with him? Because he's been around since the early days.
See Darwin. I mean, I used to like just watch. Like when I first started playing poker, I used to just like watch Poker Stars hands with like C Darwin and like Makita, and like I just like that's literally kind of how like I learned poker. I used to just watch like a bunch of Stars hands and like just watch them play. And watch Lena, Lena, obviously, and I used to just like literally watch, like fanboy.
He won the 2022 WSOP main event online. He has 200 plus appearances, 4 wins, 26 final tables here, and he is your main event winner from 2022 on the WSOP online. So again, goes down in folklore as one of the all-time players, and we get to actually see a hand from Simon. This is cool because this is from Sunday, 17.5, 35K. Big blinds and the fairly deep here. He's got 3s in the small blind. See how he plays this. If the button on the 180K stack, they're always tricky to play small pairs out of position, covered. What do you like here? Generally limp.
He's like 30 effective. Like he could like a limp jam or just rip it. I guess just 2 short stack. Oh no, sorry. I guess limp jam. I thought he had him covered. Yeah.
So he does limp. It does get weird if you get raised. You don't really want to be limp calling. It's a little bit much to just rip it. But I'm curious how this plays out. Let's see if he gets a check back, or we do.
I can't even see this stack. Oh, he has 950 and he has 1.4. Oh, I see.
Yep. So he does get raised. Let's see what he goes with here. I'm curious actually. I think he's got. Yeah, it is an awkward stack. He's in the tank. He's got 3s. He does just call. Okay, so the Jack 4 doesn't rip it. Is gonna kind of, I think, the widest ranges as it's blind on blind. It does open up some interesting possibilities. Jack 4, decent flop, but you are sort of guessing out of position here. Okay, small bet. Likely just check call, I imagine. I guess there's some world where he check raises. Probably just call. See, no spade. Taking his time here. He does go for the check raise. Okay, so playing a little bit differently than each of us might have to start, as we see the big blind in the tank. Yeah, I wouldn't be taking this line. This isn't one that I would be going to raise.
When I first seen the hand, I thought he had Makita covered, but now it's he.
Okay, so now the board gets more wet. We got a bunch of straight draws, 2 flush draws. The club turns, and he is out of position with a pair of 3s. Imagine has played. He did check raise, so he does go ahead. He ends up checking over after he got called. Slips over the check.
Yeah, that'd be an ambitious barrel.
Yep,
Oh,
does slow down. And Makita now does check back. So, okay, 7 of clubs on the river. Backdoor flush draw comes in. No money put in on the turn. And he is out of position here. 474 in the pot, 763. Kind of a weird spot. I guess you still beat spades. You beat ace highs. You do beat a variety of hands. He does check. Very interesting hand. See if Makita shows it down or if he actually puts a bet on. Facing a bet's tough, but as played, all right. So he does check ace king, pretty fair fight, and gets to showdown and wins the pot. I mean, yeah, I think that's it's interesting. To be fair, if he had checked jam like you said, he would have got a full double up, right? He would have held with a slight flip. As played, he does end up winning.
Nah, yeah, it's too much to check jam versus the chip leader with like a bunch of shorter stacks. Like 30. I thought he had him covered. I was gonna say just rip small blind versus big blind, but I mean that's tough when like he's third in chips. He was like third. Yeah, I mean it's probably too much to.
Yeah, difficult hand to play. Do see a nice execution to get to the river there. 2 great players with nice hands in the blinds, and that is how it played up. We're going to take a look at our second place stack. We will also get to see a hand, and this is someone Gazak 900, someone we haven't seen a ton in one final table, only 4 appearances. I don't think you would know them probably by the username. Maybe a play with online, but a player with not a ton of earnings on GG and also not a ton of earnings on GG Millions. When I see this, it kind of means to me that he's not playing as much online, right? Most of his earnings from GG are coming from 200K in scores on this GG Million. 73 big blinds, though. Highest finish, he took 5th when he did make the final table before. What's the largest buy-in you've ever played live? I see you have you played some 50Ks, you fired the PLO stuff. What's your largest buy-in ever?
50K, but I've been in for a lot more in like cash games, but yeah, 50 for tournaments.
In PLO or hold on, what do you prefer now for cash and tournaments?
PLO. Honestly, PLO. Yeah.
I love PLO too. It's just something about it. They're making it more fun with the big. I'm telling you, need more like mystery bounty, knockout. The PLO tournaments. I think that's what we're missing. As we see Ace 5 suited here in a very short-handed 5-hand. It must be on the final table bubble, right? The blinds are huge, 35K, 70K, as he is chip leading. And get a fun hand here. This is one of those ones where if you get played back at, you can 4-bet jam, you can 4-bet non-all in. You can do a lot of stuff with just sort of really, as we see now, getting 3-bet with Ace 5 suited. I think we'll likely see an aggressive maneuver. I guess he could. There's a world to call, but it doesn't seem like a great thing to call out of position with Ace 5 here when you're covering and the player doesn't have a ton of chip. So
yeah, I think call is fine. Call is fine. I mean, he's getting a sick price, and like I feel like a lot of the like if you look at like the EV and like a lot of the spots when like to jam like the suited Ace X versus like call, it's like very like it's pretty much like very, very similar. Like, you know what I'm saying? The EV is like super close between calling and jamming.
Yeah, do you think that it does tend a bit to lean on? I think the more comfortable people are post flop, also has bigger advantage I think they might have on someone. That's where you start making the differentiation to go post flop if you feel comfortable in your own game versus just going higher variance. I mean, here we go. We see hitting the ace. It is a difficult spot. You're out of position. You could be just crushed in putting chips in, but you also do get to make some chips against hands that are inferior, or when you outflop like jacks, or if king queen wants to 3-bet you, something like that, you are ahead of certain hands. So we are seeing a pretty tough board to be playing out of position here as the queen of clubs comes in. See if Chris slows down or not.
Yeah, this is murky waters.
Yeah, I think, okay, so check back. 8 of diamonds on the river. Possible flush, possible straight. I think, king queen's a hand you're thinking about. There is some aces maybe that 3-bet and play as such, but let's see what happens with Chris here. I mean, what are you doing if he goes all in and you have this ace 5 here? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, it becomes a really tough spot.
I mean, yeah, I would probably fold, I guess.
Yeah, so king 10, we did mention the possibilities from Broadway's there. And then look at, he does call with the best hand, ace-5 suited. He does get to a river. He gets to showdown, and he is in a second place position for the tournament today. And I guess someone, what do you think, Gazak versus, let's say, a Makita? Who are you taking, an unknown, or would you rather have someone who has more experience and less chips in a spot like this? Because Gazak has got a big stack, but he also has never had a great finish here, 5th place being his best.
The thing with the unknowns, they might be due. He just might be due to win, like, you know what I mean? But obviously it would take Makita or whatever.
Yeah, I think Gazak, I do remember him actually. He took 5th place, and I think he is very capable. And I think we're going to see an interesting dinner wager today, Frank. We're going somewhere nice. We're going to put it on the line. You and me, nice. Vegas, Miami. You tell me, we'll make a nice, healthy one. Some of the friends out there. I know Lorg actually messaged me. He was fired up. You're on. I talked to Ryan. Everyone's tuning in. We're gonna have a good time today. We're gonna call some action. We got the GTO Wizard plug-in. We're gonna see if we can match up. Are you more GTO or are you more Mizrachi grinder? You work in the lab, or are you just going old school feel?
I would say nowadays I'm like more in the lab, but then I also like just straight up also don't give a fuck at the same time. Like if I think like if I'm gonna do something, like I just do it. Like I don't care what anyone thinks, or like I don't give a fuck. Like I give no fucks like about theory at sometimes, but like I'm trying to get better like actively also. You know what I'm saying? But I have a switch.
You're not afraid to send a light hand into the group chat. Hey, boy, I busted in the PLO. I had, I did this. I thought that this happened, and here we are. So, no, I like that. You honestly, to win, you kind of have to have that. You need that. You don't want to be coasted in 6 blinds, 10 blinds. You got to go for it a little bit. So I respect that. As we see a player who's not afraid, Panakovs. Look at this man, 133 big blinds. He might send us out of here. Quick work today if he can get cooking here. He is in an absolute powerful position. 5 wins, 34 final tables. Just an absolute, he dominates, and he is doing that today. 15 mil on GG, 6.8 in the GG millions. And tell me about Alex. Fun guy to watch. Great player. He's been on the show as a guest. How much have you played with Alex?
I played with him like once or twice. He's a legend, obviously.
He is something else. He really puts people in tough spots, and we get to see him go to work. I love it. Not aces, not ace jack. King 4 suited on the button. Definitely a playable hand. Let's see how he gets to get involved here. As it is interesting to note, the small blind is basically all in. So this is so he's basically raising into 1 blind here. King 4 suited. 10, 3, 5, 2 hearts. So he does get a good flop with King 4 of hearts and backdoor straight draw. So decent start. Going to come in bet small. Let's see. You like that? I mean, you check back some flush draws. I think this is a good one to bet though.
Yeah.
Does turn the nuts right away. So a pretty nice turn card. His opponent going to have some ace X. Sorry for that noise. If you guys hear that, I am on a boat right now. A little choppy. I was getting a little for a second. So I think we're anchoring. Should be okay now. It's getting a little nauseous. But he makes the nut flush. Going to bet it as he is hoping to get a customer here. Can you hear that or no? Is that just?
I can hear it. No, it goes in and out. It goes in and out.
Okay, should be good here in a second. Apologize for that. All right, board pair, heads up pot though, has the nut flush on a paired board. What do you like for sizing here when check two? Obviously, kind of hard to be losing, but you were pretty much just going for value here.
Yeah, I mean, you could jam. You could. This is like a hand. This is like a spot you can't really do no wrong. And like I guess like rip is nice. You just get max from like 10x and lower flushes. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're gonna have like some bluffs here, like king jack off with the king of hearts, king queen off with the king, like etc. Like 1 heart combos. So I would probably just rip it, especially with the 1 big blind. Like put him like in a real tough spot. Yeah.
He does go for a rip, gets snap called, and there's one of the benefits of that. When you have enough flush there are going to be multiple flushes that defend out of the blind that you cooler, and then the 10x can have a hard time. And yes, you'll lose once in a blue moon, but kind of hard to lose there. I guess check call though, make some 2 pairs you probably would hear from on the flop, some of the 10-5, 3-5 suited. But yeah, I like that going big pots. and playing big pots, and that is part of how he gets the chip lead. Last week we saw Panikov short stack, but this is, that gives, having that over bet in your range, being able to play big pots. I think that's one of the things the best players do well. They
also that's probably like his bluff sizing there is like probably like always that with like the really short stack, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he has to like have it with the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree, and I think that was a great choice. And obviously, he had his opponent in the dead to rights formation there, as also having the 5 blocks boats the Jack 5 suited. But that is going to be a good game for Boynikov's there, and we see ourselves setting up for a very interesting final table today. I mean, are you good for dinner? Give me some of your top restaurants in Vegas. Where are we looking at, or Miami and New York? Give me a hot spot right now that maybe is newer that you like.
A hot spot in New York that's new.
Anywhere, you can choose any of 3.
Medusa, I guess, in New York.
Okay, I have not been there yet. I'm looking to win. I'm keeping track. Someone asked me if I keep track. I got a Google sheet. We're gonna remember this one, and we'll be having a nice wager on this today. You can see the betting odds. I'm a gentleman. You're a scholar. I'll let you go first, Frank. What do you want? First pick, 100 units. Break it into 3. Let's get this sorted out here.
Let me go. I'm gonna take 20 on Makita. Like 20 to 1. I'm going a long shot.
You're going long shot early. Okay, I respect that. I'll take Simon. I'm just 5.3 to 1. I'm gonna take 50 of my 100 on. Actually, I'll take 40. 40 of my 100 on that. So pay out over double for the 200 for the 100. So make me 200 cents. So Simon for 40. Your second pick. Who do you want to pick?
Well, I actually threw. I thought I go 3 off the rip, and then I don't know, it was 1-1. I threw so hard. Let me get. All right, let me get 50 on Panikov's. Nice solid pick.
Okay, you're gonna make for the dinner wager. It's a great pick for the 100 unit bet. You're gonna make a couple bucks if you get the 50 on him because he's 2.42 to 1 only. But hey, listen, that's a smart pick because we got a real dinner on it and it's units. Yeah. So, all right, Panikov's, you got 30 remaining. For my second pick, Romanashka just turned 50. He's won 4 times. He's in the zone. He's an influencer on the GGPoker. He does some streaming and content. I'm going to go with my man over there at 14 plus to 1. So I'll take 30 on Romanashka. Leave me with 20, and you will get on your third pick. Who do you want for your remaining dollars?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Leonard Maui. The rest. Man, you're picking. All
right, I'll go with Brazil, man. I'm always, if I can get a Brazilian on my squad, it's available. I'm gonna take it. My final 20 would yield a nice return and also a very nice resume and a great player live. Let's talk about, since we whizzed through the betting odds, we got a couple minutes before we're gonna go take our 5-minute break and then go into the show. I got to ask you, upcoming tournaments. Are you in tournament mode, cash mode? What's on your schedule coming up?
Friday I'm playing they're bringing back remember the Heads Up on NBC?
Yeah, I was gonna go to that myself. That seems like that's the most fun. That's one of the most iconic tournaments and just epic stuff. A crazy lineup. I saw who's coming, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's your first time playing that?
Yeah. I played at the studio a bunch of times, but my first time, obviously.
You know the draw yet, or it's done there? They do it live, right? You don't know you're playing.
I think we're doing the draw on Thursday. Like Thursday night, they do the draw.
How do you rate your heads up game? Where does that fall in of your strengths and weaknesses?
I don't know. I started playing heads up sit and goes like back in the day, but then I literally haven't played heads up since. But I guess I really wouldn't be able to. I would hope I'm winning. Like I would bet I'm winning in the field. I'll bet I'm winning in the field, but I wouldn't say I'm some heads up expert or whatever.
I love it. Well, the audience at home, you're going to have to sweat that as well. We do have a massive show day. You can see some of the biggest names in the game, 18 titles amongst these 9 players. We also have, I think, 80 million plus in earnings. We do have a tweet going out here. I'll put that up when we take our break coming up here. And then also on socials, appreciate you guys getting that out on Instagram and across the board. We will have 3 $50 GG ticket giveaways for you and the $50 Twitter on mine as well. So we got ourselves a big show, 4 giveaways, big names. We got Frank in the building, and we have got a absolutely stacked final table. And fun at the start, we will do the seat shuffling. Is the, if you see you've seen that before on here, you know, they jockey based on the chip size. So we're going to go ahead and take a break here in a couple minutes, and then we actually see the 9th place pick first, and then everyone picks around all the way down to the winner. Who do you think wins? You picked your 3 picks, but who do you actually think takes this down today? Who's your pick to actually take first if you had to choose one player?
C. Darwin. I'll tell you, C. Darwin.
C. Darwin. Old school loyalty. Remember from the dead. I love that. I love that. Well, listen, we are going to be back. We're going to take the 5 minutes. The boat has stopped. Everything's calm. We'll see you in a few. Frank, can't wait to do this today and call to a winner. We'll see you in 5. Welcome, everyone. Again, we're back after the pregame. We are in the building. They call him Frankie Banks. He's in here. He's doing things. We are doing a big show for you. We are excited to be here, and we are going to play to a winner on the GG Millions today. We already knocked down the pregame. We went through all the players. We're going to look at the seat shuffling here, and we're going to go ahead and see if one of us get it right on who we picked today. But I got to tell you, GG Millions, it is a treat. We got the GTO Wizard plugin. We're going to be looking at that. Speaking of GTO, we're going to look at the seat shuffling. I got to tell you, this is interesting. This is not something you may have seen before. This is the start of the show. I know you've seen some of the highlights, but players choose their seat based on their stack size. So 9 starts first, all the way, and the leader, Panikaz, with that. That might be the biggest stack I've ever seen in this show. 5.3 million. He can make quick work of it. There's some shorties here. He is going to be last to pick. Be interesting to see where he goes, likely to the left of Simon. You think he'll go to the left of Simon or the second biggest stack? I think Simon, you just got to put that respect.
Yeah,
he's close enough.
yeah. I would just try to go. I mean, but then wait, he's not the last to pick, so everyone picks. So it doesn't really like it's just gonna change anyway.
He's the last. So
Panikaz is last. Oh, okay,
yeah. It goes by exactly. It goes by the.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I guess to the left of Simon makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's what I would the most likely scenario, but let's see here.
Or actually not. I think left of Bazok, I guess would be better because he's second in chips and he's like the least experienced, right?
Yeah, I get. Well, he may get his wish. He may just get to have it right in a row here. Let's see where Gazak goes, or he might try to mix this up, give it a tough spot for Panakovs as he is debating. He just not move. Okay, time expired. Maybe, he doesn't have much experience, it seems. He just stayed there. So maybe that Panikov slides over with Pedro.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good scenario. So he's got himself a good seat. Definitely the massive favor is Panakovs as we will get underway. You can see the chess clock. This was a suggestion Jeremy Ausmus was saying to do at the World Series. I'm curious how your experience was in the main tanking and if there was any bit of a problem. But now with the iPad, with the technology GG has provided with the WSOP, it seems like that would be worthwhile to maybe have a chess clock at the table for every player. So that could speed things up. Do you think that would make sense?
I don't know. The recreationals might not like it. I don't know, but there is like the stalling is crazy now. It's like you have to stall, so it's like kind of annoying. I'm not sure.
What is annoying for Chris is Ace Jack suited has a dominating hand. He knows he's going to be up against some tough spots here. He misses and he gets out flopped in the sense King Jack suited going to be playing this pretty aggressively, I would imagine. Has the under the gun +1 open and goes ahead and fires off here. And I think that Chris may just, too many short stacks around. Don't get a dream flop. Already sort of venturing out a little bit and decides to cut the losses there as Simon makes a nice pickup to start. As we see not many premium hands here. Blind on blind Romashka, who's not afraid. Going to be playing. Does come in for the min raise. That's what I was saying. I mentioned you. Does a bit unconventional. You generally see limp or bigger raises. The min raise out of the small, not something you see very often.
Yeah, I just like limp.
Is going to come with about third pot. And look at that, though. Just takes it down. No big deal. Basically against the chip leader, just comes in. And I think he might have shown his hand there from what I could tell. Does pick up the ace-7 suited and is off and chipping up.
I like this guy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's fun. He plays, but he's got 4 titles. I mean, it's not easy to win this tournament 4 times against some of the best in the world. Yeah, flat. E7 off flat. And the all-in, I guess it was basically an all-in, so that's not that crazy. Does get out flop, 5 drills it, and has a diamond. So now actually there are some cards, could counterfeit or chop.
9, wow. Top it up.
Yeah, nice start there. And when you did win, so when you're playing heads up, you get 1.6 million. It was, as you mentioned, a huge Samuel, great guy, ends up taking it down. Is there any talk of deal making? Do they facilitate it? Is that even on your mind, or do you not really deal?
Nah, I wasn't doing the deal. I mean, now I know Samuel's so good. Now I would do a deal with him for sure. But back then, I literally just met him.
That's the
And I was
problem. In
like,
those spots, too, if it's not facilitated, you could say a guy's nice or trust or whatever, but if you just meet someone, it's hard to just be like, yeah, let's, we'll a couple hundred G's on a handshake. It's tough. You need some good
it's
mutual.
also weird. Like, what if he just says no, and then I just look like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Now I
Good
would
spot.
definitely do a deal if we were heads up for that much money.
Yeah, he's a very good player too. All right, look at Romashka just cooking. He's early winning, chipping up, got out flopped and then chopped up to 1.9 million. And as I said, this last week we had an extremely fast show. Robin's Rocky came on. This week also has the potential with so many kind of short. There's 3 really short stacks in a row there, and Panakov's with a really big stack. Here he goes, man, just going to work. 8-5 suited, putting in the all in, and Cody Maverick with 9-10 off. Would be a decent spot, although calling with 10 high for your life, not super fun. Very short, though.
I mean, he's the shortest of the tail. You just got to put it in. What's for 3 big blinds?
Yep. Well, he'd have, 170. 4 blinds. Folds, he'll still have 3.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, these spots are tough. These like sub 5 big blinds are tough, but yeah, I don't see. You just got to run it.
Yep, is going to call 8-5. Will need help on the river 9-10. Actually can't hit the 8-5 only good here and going to miss. So actually a nice pot, 415K to start. And this is a very nice double up. Going to put him in the mix with 3 other players that are, I'm sorry, 2 others, and actually not even the shortest stack all of a sudden. So a good start there for Cody. We said it, right? 4 blinds. The grinder, 3 blinds with 20 or so left in the main, came back and won it. 4 blinds, final table. All of a sudden, you double, get a little bit extra, and not out of it by any means. Gazak going to take down the ace-9 suited.
No, notice the fold from T Darn with the king queen off. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, he knows what is the right move and the right breakdown of percentages and what to do. Some exploitive stuff. Also realizing too, this is what makes the great players so good. They know all the other auxiliary factors. All right, they're short stacks. Is this player messing around ever? Is he just going to be top of his range? And then make the according adjustments. Who's in the big blind? Who's on the button? And there's a lot of good decision making, and we're going to see that today, as we definitely have some of the best players in poker currently at this table, which is exciting. Appreciate everyone watching. Let us know where you're watching from. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe. That is going to be the first part of the 3 $50 GG ticket giveaways. And of course, the tweet, I will put that link up here in a second. That is out now on my Jeff Gross Poker Twitter. No Twitter for you, correct? But you do keep up on Instagram a little bit. You update people when you're playing, or some lifestyle stuff. What do you post on Instagram?
I don't know. I post on my story like but I'm not like super. I'm not that active, I don't think. But I just like post on my story whenever I'm playing.
Ace King suited. Yeah, takes it down. Nice tier 1 hand. No blood yet. We did see an all in a double. Panakov's going to get working with the King Jack. Be curious, Gazak, I don't know a bit to defend or not. We see kind of both ways. I don't hate the fold, right? Yeah, sure. You're deep, but you're against the chip leader.
When you're really deep at FTs, like you really just don't like offsuit hands, like out of the big blind, especially out of position for the chip leader.
Yeah, I like the fold there. Curious how players go and approach certain of these spots, as we see another difficult spot. Ace Jack off Leonard versus no action in front. Going to run into Jacks in the big blind. This is tough, right? Because Simon, he's capable of put the ICM pressure. So Ace Jack is sort of that nightmare hand. It's like right in the middle of too good to fold, but you also hate to do it. You're dominated sometimes. And this will be interesting when Simon puts the pressure on. He's going to jam. And Leonard, I mean, book probably would say fold, but he could make an exploitive call potentially here against Simon.
I think he's gonna call. How Can see is 6. Oh, he's 15. You start with 15 bigs, 14 big,
Yeah, 13. Maybe it was two bigs, and he's
13.
got 14. I think you're right because 480.
Yeah,
He's gonna call. Oh,
he has to go.
very.
I think this is just bottom. He has to call.
Yeah, I think probably factoring in Simon is going to have some wider stuff too. Maybe put a little more pressure with certain hands, so he just decides it's good enough. But there it is, Ace Jack to Jacks. Jack's going to hold knockout. Great news for Makita and also Cody, who was short, got it in ahead, and 8-handed. We lose one of the short stacks, 2 short stacks there. I think you're right. I think it is just good enough, but it's not great when the other players have similar stack. Ace Jack off is like it's
I
nice
mean,
when you have the kings and the ace queen suited.
he's gonna have worse ace X that jams there also.
Yeah.
It's like not.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
live.
ultimately
You could probably make that fold like live versus like some like shitter in the big blind who like rips it. You know what I mean? But like versus him, like I think it's bottom and you just gotta call.
Yeah, Chris here with Kings. Can't believe what a spot this is. And Pedro kind of top of range for his stack too. So he's opening not all in. He is still with a bit of playability, but as it turns out, I don't know. It's a big ask to get rid of ace queen suited off that stack. You're pretty high up in the range. You know Chris is gonna have a decent hand. He is under the gun and knows that Cody and Makita are short. So he is gonna have a pretty good hand here a lot of the time. And I mean, he knows that. He knows that Chris knows that. Chris has got a vulnerable stack too, right? He's got a kind of middling stack. So I think this is a cause for pause, but this would be a big ask to just release here. And it's such a small range.
You can't pull these queens.
Yeah, he's not. He's not going to fold. He's going to get it in, and he's going to hit the ace, but the king behind it, and need runners. Jack though, quite a run out so far, giving us max sweat. And no, not going to be. And like I said, Frank, you might. Time is it over there? You might be able to hit an early dinner if we can get moving here. Last week it went super quick. It's 2 knockouts, 2 short stacks remain. Panakov's things going as planned. People are getting knocked out. He's got a great seat. Simon 10-9 off into the short stack is going to open it. As planned. Got 1,000 people watching right now. Just pulling up. Don't have my normal setup on the road here. I'm actually in Croatia at the moment, but I will get up the YouTube chat and I will drop the links in. There he is, just putting pressure on. Simon knows that's one of the risks of opening. Going to get the pressure again. If you're at home watching, thinking maybe you get short too often or you can't quite build up stacks, look at the spots. Think about hands that are marginal. Are you going to play the same way? Here we go. Ace 10, just a pretty clear jam there. Actually has the best hand and going to give Makita a tough decision.
Wow, this is crazy. Oh, wow.
Wow, flops, outs, big outs, needs a board pair for a chop with a 4-8. He can win with a 5 heart 7. And it is.
I bet on Makita.
Wow. Club clean living, man. We have to queue up the giveaways soon. Usually at 4-handed, we're down already to 6, man. And we got a shorty over there too. Crazy. Cody's loving it. Cody's dropping the emojis. Yep. Let me put this up. Excuse me as I put out the giveaway. King 6 off. Alex taking it down.
Wow, this is nuts.
Yeah, this is the fastest start we've had probably ever.
My boy Cody's chilling, just making pay jump after pay jump. Gotta feel nice. That gotta feel nice. That feels so nice. That feeling when you're just like, you're really short and everyone's just busting. It's like, oh my god, the euphoria.
Yeah, you don't. Almost got a 6-figure payday, and it's not been long. What we're live for less than 20 minutes, and people are out. He's gonna go take his chances with ace 10, and he picks it up, chipping up. As we will continue on 6-handed.
Oh, no.
And hello.
Oh no.
Oh no, for Cody, he's gonna commit it. And Panakov's thinking, what do you have? I got aces.
R.I.P.
Wasting no time. Don't see Cody's never putting that in and folding with that stack, and needs some hearts, some straights, some queens, some tens, and that is pretty clean. No sweat for a chop on the 5, 7, or deuce, and that is going to
crazy.
Be GG 5-handed. I'd just make sure everything's okay there. But to be fair, now they are super deep 5-handed, so we're
Yeah,
still at
no, yeah. This is gonna be
20,
crazy.
40. This
This is
could be
always
a while.
interesting. Like honestly, over 50 big blinds at FTs, I don't know what's going on. I really have no idea what's going on. Like it's it's tough. It got cut out.
All right, yeah, I'm just making sure everything. Yeah, this has got to be the fastest down to 5. But again, we've seen it 6 or 7, 6 kind of quickly, and then it takes like an hour to lose someone. So anything can happen. But hey, Chris now with queens, Alex with ace 5, and again, the great players, they know how to kind of pry. They know how to they know how to duck, dive, and weave, and doesn't mean that he just instantly he can cut his losses here. Let's see if he. Okay, so he's not though. He's gonna step up right into it. Chris is gonna get some chips awarded his way because this is gonna just end here. It's a pretty nice result. Queens to the ace X. You don't have to flip. You don't have to get it in. You just pick up, what 33% stack increase with no showdown.
Yeah. You have to run the fucking 70-30. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice, and he's actually he's never folding, just taking a little time, thinking about what to do, put it in. And that will end that for Chris. Going to go ahead and chip back into it. And like we said, pretty even now, 2.8335. Very, very deep. 50K blind did jump up. Going to get clarification. That was a record, I believe, losing 4 players in the first level, first 20 hands.
Yeah, this has been wild. Wow, is Ponikov's gonna squeeze?
He's chilling for 1 second. He just
I thought he was gonna
went.
squeeze. I was like, wow, that'd be insane.
A6 would have had a ace, king 8 suited. Going to put pressure on 4s, and there's the GTO Wizard. We are getting that come in and telling us what the recommendations are based on the hand. That's
Notice the 75% check. I mean, people are a lot of guys ain't doing that. They're not checking enough on like these ace high boards. I got a position. I'm not saying that was a. I'm not saying like I don't like the bet, but I'm just saying like just notice like the frequency of check on ace 9-7. Like you wouldn't think it's that much.
We're getting a mystery hand right out the gate. We've seen the GTO Wizard pop up. We've seen now a mystery hand. King Queen from Roman Ashka. Fun one to play with. Gonna flat the King Queen. Could see a 3-bet generally with this type of holding, and he does flat. Not crazy though, and gets a decent board. Does connect with the King, the gut shot, Rainbow, Ace, King, Jack. See if he starts with a check. Makes sense. On the turn now, Chris. See what he comes with. Likely some bet. Does go big. Okay, this is tough if you're at Roman Ashka. It does snap call. River 9, hearts miss, has no heart. Big bet turn. Let's see, Frank. I want you on your toes here because Roman Ashka plays quickly. So if there's a bet,
I looked away for like 3 seconds. Sorry.
He may call quick. No, I'm just saying if we see it, what I'm curious if it says check or all in. Wow. Look at this. That is quite a spread. 90 check, 10 all in, no in between. It's 1.2, basically a pot size shove, right? Is all in. He's got 2.2, 1.2 for Romashka. And he is going to go with the 10% all in. And let's see, Romashka is saying to fold 1 out of 4 times and call the rest. I mean, interesting. Very interesting, that breakdown. He blocks Queen 10. He blocks some 2 pairs, sets. He has no heart. So I guess from a bluff catch standpoint, definitely some good properties, but he does fold. And let's see, the ace 9 does go ahead and river 2 pair and goes for the value there. So nice fold from Romashka. So are you surprised it says to call 3 out of 4 times in that line?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's definitely
pretty crazy. I guess having like the queen is super important there, but that's insane. I think I would just fold also.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're again we are 5-handed, and we will be playing to a winner. So this is the payouts that are left. Already everyone guaranteed 6 figures. The short stacks really didn't get it going other than an early double, which did work for a pay jump for Cody for a few spots. Okay, 8-10 going to turn a winning hand if it gets to showdown. Okay, Gazak going to take it. 2 Russian flags, 2 again, the Austrian, Latvia, and Sweden.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had like internet issues on my other computer.
No worries. We're good. We are good, and this thing is absolutely zooming. Queen 5 suited on the button, gonna raise, take down. 60 mil. You think they'll hit it this year? I mean, it basically hit last year, the 50, but they just keep pushing the envelope. GG setting records. I mean, that's a lot. 60 mil is.
I mean, 60 is a lot. 60 is a lot. I don't know. That's tough. I thought they were gonna overlay last year. I thought they were gonna overlay, but
it did by a few, but it covered essentially, but it was slightly off, I think.
Oh, they did overlay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but very slightly. I mean, it was essentially it hit.
Yeah, GG smart though. I guess they'll figure it out.
Making some good decisions over there. I'm feeling confident in anything GG's doing. And here we go. We see a check. Both things are lined up, and that's nice to turn the nuts. Saying check the majority of the time, mid-size or large. And I don't hate the check here, right? You check flop, it's a chip leader. You have the nuts, like probably doesn't have that strong a hand.
Yeah, maybe and it's hard. It's hard to find like you could obviously have bluffs here, like, but like it's tough to find the bluff there on ace, king, queen. You know what I'm saying? To the guy raising from EP,
out of position. Yeah. Well, that is no harm, no foul. We're just going to go on to the next game. It's, again, hard. One of the things I love most about this and hold cards up when you watch any final table and hold them, you just really do see how hard it is to get hands. There's so often where no one has literally anything.
Yeah.
Or, aggressive 3-bet will take down off and open. And, here we go again. Blind on blind, king 9, 5 deuce. Nothing too important there. 5 deuce. Going to flop well, but it is hard, man. The aggression is rewarded so often. Okay, check. 5 deuce, still in the lead. Doesn't want to bet there. I mean, got a pretty good hand in a check blind on blind spot, but maybe here he does want to protect against, because there's pretty much any hand like this will have 2 overs at least. He does bet small.
Yeah.
And Ponikov's actually, realizing he does, even with this as played, this king 9 does have a decent amount of hand.
I guess king eye is like too good to fold there.
And see the check. So, yep, well played, both players. Nothing too crazy. As we will go on, and there's a hand 8. Gazak going to raise. Queen Jack from Ponikov's. I mean, Romaneshka has 20 blinds, so again, this is maybe a hand where he could put a bit of pressure on, and he does go for it. Gonna put Gazak in a tough position. A lot of hands. This one in particular, very difficult to play. Out of position. He's got a lot to lose too with his stack and where he sits in the tournament. he were to make a misstep.
Yeah. I think you just have to call though and set mine. Or the board comes 7 high.
Yeah, it says check or bet small after a check from Gazak. GTO Wizard again. Giving us some insight into what the GTO is saying, as this is saying the only option is call.
Yeah, I would not. I don't like raise at all.
Does call 2 on the turn. A little worried, maybe some bluffs like ace-5 suited, ace-4 suited, but that have a bunch of equity at the same time. You have eights and you are ahead on the turn, and scary though, right? The pot starts getting big, and if you get pressure put on here, be very tough, as he is just going to go for it. Wow, and this is saying you got to fold 2 out of 3.
Wow, that's pretty sick. I guess like the large sizing, like you're just gonna have to fold more.
Yeah,
Sure,
just
if you
saying
bet
you
small, if you bet small, you just have to. It's like kind of simple. I guess like the bigger you bet, the more you fold, and the smaller you bet, the more you call. Like in that spot.
Well, he got asked for basically all of it, would know that the river would be demanding of more almost always, so he decided to get out of the way there. Ace deuce just going to rip it. 20 blinds, best hand, nothing too crazy there, but again, Romanashka not afraid to put on the line. As ace-7 now blind on blind. See a little bit of look in the Gazak game, and just coming out swinging. And there's a bit of an insight into what Matson's game plan is, just to get in pots. You know, some maybe a little less experience. They're deep, and he does call.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting board, and actually a really bad flop for.
Yeah, I like check on this flop, like, because like the big blind just has way more flushes than I like. You kind of don't have that many flushes there, like when you, especially like a lot of your flushes are going to be like ace high flushes, and there's an ace on the board. You know what I'm saying? And the big blind's going to call like a lot of suited hands, and you're just not going to 3x ISO from the small blind with like a lot of suited stuff. Like they all just limp, especially from the guy covering you. So you really just don't have that many flushes on this board. And the big blind like has all of them.
Yeah, that's a great point. And this is Simon saying 100% to call, but I think, yeah, he is going to call. He's got the gut shot to go along with the pair and a low flush draw. Ace-7 has the best hand. To be honest, the value gotten is already pretty significant for this particular situation. So let's see. I mean, 3 streets would be ambitious. Let's see though. Might put them up. Does check. I think that makes sense. And now the thing is saying you should. GTO would say check, but I think Simon realizes knocking the best hand a lot here.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised this says check 100%. Like I just see like some value to bet to bluff, turn your hand into a bluff, and he is going to check though. All right, nice hand. Gazak over into basically.
It probably just wants to bluff like the non-paired hairs, the non-paired hands that you get to the river with from the big blind. Yeah. And when you have like a pair, it's like kind of just too good to bluff.
Oh, this could be some chips. Ponikov's with 9, certainly covering by 3.5 million. Gonna raise, and Simon could get himself in a bit of trouble. It's a little different than before, right? We saw him how he played.
They're super deep. Has the call.
Not a great flop for either. 9s check back, more overs for everyone, to everyone's hand. And Simon.
Either of them liking this run out. Oh wow.
Pretty sick. It may actually work, although the size is so attractive. I guess you just kind of have to call for 50. But the idea is good. He's gonna shake a few hands that just don't have any equity and still have overs and just pick it up. And now on the river, he's debating.
Wow, it's so sick.
Wow.
Trying to get him to fold like exactly what he has, like sevens, eights, nines.
And the fact that Ponikov's tanking this long just shows you that his ability, he really is onto something here. This is an
Yeah.
ugly board. He is going to
Wow.
call.
It's a sick call.
That is
That's
an
a sick
interesting.
call. That's a sick call. And that's a sick bluff too. Wow.
Yeah, that was the coolest hand so far today.
Yeah, that was sick.
As expected, things slow down a little bit. Give you guys and girls a chance to get settled in here. It was going rapidly fast. We will do the giveaways as mentioned. Once we get down to four-handed, I'll get the first one up. Going to be $50 GG ticket. The Twitter, you guys can guess who wins. Retweet. Jeff Gross Poker, go ahead. That tweet is out, and I will give 50 cash for that. So four $50 giveaways to us, $200. We're all winning. We're learning. You're earning, and these guys are going for title here as ace nine going to go ahead and just take it down there. Couple of fours, 22 blinds. Effective. Does he want to just rip it? Yeah.
Rip it.
Very interesting start. There is not much to separate the next biggest stacks, but Pondikov's has done a good job where he has basically he's got the same amount of second and third combined essentially.
Yeah, he's got a huge stack. 120 bigs.
Look at this. Gazak
Oh, wow.
showed that's not an amateur move to three bet the queen six off, the big little gap, unsuited, and just set the tone there. Something nice about getting that early three bet in from that spot. You can sort of, whether you have it or not, it sort of quiets down the button sometimes. They just like get a little bit like, oh, this isn't just going to be an automatic open. So this actually is potentially the going to just three bet, get this in, but I guess. I mean, it's a button open. I don't know, flat. Could he flat? I guess it's off 20 exactly. I think probably better to he covers by a good bit too. I guess three bet
Yeah.
commit.
Yeah, I like three bet commit.
Yeah, because I mean Simon, if somehow you make it 400, 450, 500, and Simon wakes up, but it does pass on that. Not crazy. I'm unexpected, but not crazy. Yeah, Gazak's showing us that he's a player, though. Showing us that he's willing to battle. You can kind of instantly tell that's the case.
Yeah, he seems like super sharp.
All right. There it is, 30-60. So one thing about knocking players out quickly, though, is as you see the upper left corner, blinds go up every 20 hands. It's not time. So when there's 5 players instead of 8 or 9, it's going to go much quicker. So that does increase the levels fairly quickly here as we see the jack deuce off raise. And Roman Ashka going to get out of the way. Queen 8 did have the better hand. Tough to know that and tough to continue. He is the shortest, though. A risk premium not high. If he goes out, not that I'm gonna roll at this point. There's the Ducks.
Yeah, he saved the half a big blind because he was getting bammed on.
And king queen calls. Does have dominated the king 10 ace jack suited though. This is one gonna maybe raise it up, check the temperature, but plays okay. It is multi-way. I would expect first five-handed late position cutoff button, and maybe discounting Romanashka being super strong here. Might just want to attack and does
Yeah.
go for a little bit.
Nah, yeah, it's just too strong.
Oh, the
Oh,
limp,
wow.
the call, and then call all in. This is what I was saying. He is putting
Wow.
up how about a club, 10 of clubs. Nope, needs the ace only, or we're going to go down to 4 and a big knockout if is the case. And oh, it did look like it had a chance on the deuce, but that is it. Four-handed. You have to check what's happening time-wise because I will get a giveaway going soon. Again, I don't have my
No,
normal setup.
the king queen one.
Okay, right. Okay, but so he had him. I'm sorry. Simon had him covered. King Queen
Yeah,
one, right?
yeah,
He is covered.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, the
King Queen
ace
one.
jack suited just too strong. You can't flat there. Cut off first button flat.
Yeah.
But the button's also like super capped there off 20. Doesn't have.
Yeah,
that many
apologize.
strong
You're right. I knew the King Queen one. I just thought I wasn't. I forgot that Simon did have covered and still has enough chips. But we are. Wait, what just happened?
Wait,
Am I
I
tripping?
think Simon. Wait.
Oh, Chris must have busted him, but we didn't. We just didn't
Oh,
get
the
the hand.
overlay. They had the thing on the screen.
Really? Was
They
it
had like
that
that.
hand?
They had like the prize. No, he busted. I don't know what just happened, but he did not bust on that hand. He had him covered because he shoved like 30. One cutoff, open button, flat, and then he ripped 30 from the big one.
I'm just trying to get confirmation on what the hand was. Though, did you see a hand even what he had that to bust like what his holding was or no?
No, I think the screen like got covered. I don't know what happened.
Okay. All right, I'm asking on that. We're going to try to figure that out. We are, in the meantime, also going to get the giveaways going, and I will. It's going to be hard for me to do it on the mobile, but I'm going to do it.
I don't know what happened. That was crazy. He literally he just teleported out of the tournament.
That was crazy. How he plays and what's going on. I don't think this is going to go. I think it's going to be quick regardless. Whoever gets it done, whoever ends up winning. I think they're playing quick and moving chips quick.
Yeah, wherever I go, something happens. Something crazy happens. A lot of my friends like won't even fly with me. The amount of like crazy shit that's happened to me on like airplanes is insane.
Really? What does that mean?
Like
Now you can't
like
just say it out loud.
crazy,
Like, what are you talking about? Like hit, like bird
crazy
strikes,
things.
like power
Like
out, like massive drop down. What?
like everybody off the plane, like cops boarding the plane, people getting locked up, like 14 hours in the air, like crazy things. Insane.
They say there's no
I've
such
had
thing as a bad landing. So
I've
you've made it
had
down.
crazy things like in like like over like 10 times I would say. Oh wow.
Look at this hand. Ace Jack, Queen Six, man.
Holy
Queen Six
shit.
hunkered in there. We're seeing some highlight reel hands right there. 6 million, and we are shaping up for a Ponikov's Puets heads up. Romaneshka is short. Gazak, though, playing very well today. And Romaneshka already guaranteed 147 for his efforts. So he's going to be happy no matter what happens here. There
Wow.
must have been, yeah, that was
He just peeled the 9-3 off. Did you just peel that? He just peeled the 9-3 off, right?
He's in there. He is in there. It's
Well, I love
he's
this
in.
guy.
I told you, I called it before. He's fun, man. He's winning. He wins though. He's not just in there clicking. He's in there shipping. He's won 4 titles on here. All right, we need to queue up a giveaway. Queen 9 suited, peeling with a pure flip actually in position. So he's got himself in a decent situation. Not a good flop, and gonna get removed there as down to 413,000.
He appears
I mean,
to be steaming. I think he's steaming. I think he's steaming. He appears to be steaming.
I don't think this guy steams, man. I think
Nah.
he's just loving life. He's just chilling. But yeah, maybe a little steam. The 9-3 off that was a little bit. That one maybe, yeah. And Jack 9 is just gonna put the pressure, knowing Romanesque is short. Gazak though, will he raise it up to the occasion? No. I mean, are we just seeing Chris and Panakov's battle heads up almost every time? Is that what's happening? Gazak though does show me some ability today. I think can't quite write this one in yet, but it is looking that way. Chris with the chip lead tied with Panakov's essentially. Did Lorg message? I feel like I got a message. I saw Lorg message me. I can't find it now.
I just got cut off. But notice like the bigger opening size from the button to the short stack from the big blind.
Look at this.
Like 2.5.
We got a set versus open-ended backdoor flush draw, and 5-6 has a gutter. Let's see if he just calls. 5-6 suited doesn't have. I think he will just call, right? The King 4 deuce rainbow against the small blind range. Will he just call, or is he gonna make it a little bit of a probably just call? And
yeah,
I mean, Chris, if he had a heart in there, would be certainly calling. I think there's a chance he considers price out of the way, though. He does call and actually picks up double gutted. This is an interesting hand all of a sudden. So he needs a 3 or a 7. Romanashka needs an ace or a 6. Panakov's just can't believe he has a set with basically the nuts, right? At the moment, there is a backdoor flush draw. He can't know that 5-3 suited's in there. He would not put Chris on 5-3 suited, but he is going to be betting. Let's see how much.
Yeah, it's like a weird dynamic with the dead side pot. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have like less bluffs.
Yeah, I like the size, not too big. Gonna shed Chris, and now fading open-ended, or we will continue four-handed. Needs a 4-1 favorite to hold here. River A6. No, that's a slow peel 5. So pairs the 5.
Wow.
And it is three-handed quick work here. Frank, I made you clear schedule today, but I mean, you might
This is fast. This is insane. Is this the fastest final table? This has to be the fastest ever.
Wow. 50 minutes. It's 50 minutes right now of playing, not even.
Wow.
I'm trying to see it. I swear.
This was wild. This was wild. I felt like it's only been like 30 minutes.
Yeah, the pregame's about the same as the play so far. And we see a big flop here for 8-9 suited. That'll be enough. All right, I do need to start the giveaway though, on all seriousness. So because we got 4 to do or 3 to do, and we have not done. And the tweet is out. A bunch of you have done that Jeff Gross Poker Twitter right now. You guys can guess who wins. Retweet. See 14 of you. And I'm getting that situated. Man, Jack 8, Jack 9, and Jack 9 suited. I think he's going to be peeling here. Wow, I'm surprised he doesn't peel there. It's still, he's in position. It's such a pretty hand. Plays well, gets out of the way. He's the shortest too by about. He's got 50% of these guys' chips. Are you surprised he doesn't peel there? Or not crazy?
Yeah, a little. I didn't see how big Panakov's went. I guess was it. I mean, I would peel as the shortest stack. I would probably peel, but I don't mind the fold.
All right, at home, we see you guys watching again. I'm not on my normal setup. I am trying to follow along with the comments. Apologize. We did skip a few hands. It was not a intentional skip, so we do notice we missed a knockout there. We didn't get to see what was the holdings of the players, so apologize for that. Should be all set here, and we will be finishing this out 3-handed. There was no deal making. Play to a winner. This is from Sunday. Every Sunday, Tuesday, same time, same place. Michael Mizrachi will join, the World Series of Poker champion from just recent. He just came on a cameo last week, and he will be the host next week. And speaking of cameos, I got Misha in the building. Misha's on the boat. He's around. He's coming. He's been on the show before. I don't know if you know Frank. You met Misha?
What's up, man?
Yo, what up?
What's going on, buddy?
Frankie Banks. He can get it done. He fires high rollers. He's bringing us luck today. We're down already to 3. What is this? Three-handed, Misha. Less than an hour in. This is quick work. And ace deuce to sevens. Ooh, I see the deuce. Pocket seven still in the lead. And we are going to see a potential heads up quickly, although ace deuce with the diamond could get in a little bit of trouble here. And you know Panakov's just crushing, came in chip leader, making quick work.
I think Jeff just lagged out. I don't know if I lagged out or Jeff lagged out. I guess Jeff just lost connection. He's on a boat.
Hear me?
Jeff?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, you're back. You're back.
I'm back.
You lagged out.
I think a call came in. We're, like I said, we're on a little bit of sharing Wi-Fi, and somehow I can't see the right table correctly now. So yeah, we're gonna try to figure this out. But so all right, we are 3-handed, and we are gonna see a potentially epic heads up. Panakov's trying to get another title.
I bet Panakov's, right? I don't hear you anymore, Jeff.
Yeah, I was put on mute. I'm trying to get somehow this
sorry.
I can't see the main table. Having a hard time here. So call to action for me, Frank, for a sec. We're having a hard time seeing what's going on with the
all right.
main table.
Got a link from Panakov. Check back from Chris. Board's gonna favor Panakov's. Wow. Chris raising with the bottom pair, take it down.
Yeah, for some reason
Deny some equity from big cards.
My Zoom, I can't get. I'm having that same problem where I don't see. It's like very small. So I'm following along here. Is that aces? No, what was that? On
Nah,
the
it's fours. You open
okay,
fours.
Let's sell the Rockets there. What's your favorite hand, Frank? What's your favorite hold'em hand? You have like other than the big
Aces.
pairs. What's your?
Other than the big pairs.
Yeah, give me the.
I don't know. I don't really have one. Actually, I guess 6-4 suited. No, 6-4 suited. Yeah, I hit like 5 straight flushes with that or something. So it's 6-4 suited.
What's up?
All right, we got an open from Chris. Panakov's gonna defend. I like this B50 from Chris. The ace king 4. Puts like Panakov's in like a way tougher spot with bottom pair. Because there's like the huge range advantage.
Yeah, I think Panikov is going to get this done most of the time. This is let's see, so 3-4 suited. Yeah, very interesting.
Wow, that was sick.
These guys are it's high level right here.
These guys are sick. He's like capped there too.
4-6.
He's like capped there too on that board. I can't really like capped to like ace-4, pocket fours. Pretty sick.
Gazak showed us some maneuvering, but he also showing us now he's not going to call the jack nine suited to a 3-bet, so he's being cautious. I think he realizes too, like still very deep, 3.6 million, 80K big blind. He's got a lot of chips right now. This is the thing about where we're at. And there he goes, King 5 off, just taking a stand, making his move. This is, I think, some of the better players. They have this ability to keep you guessing. If you can carry. This is uncanny. He's just hitting sets. King 5 off. Actually, this is a board too with the 5 of hearts, the 2-4 there, sort of wrapping.
Yeah, he's definitely he's gonna continue.
He's gonna throw some money around here.
Wow.
Wow, he chooses to raise. I think this is part of the function of him just realizing that he thinks that Gazak's maybe just going to have a big hand here, right? It's a draw.
Yeah, like 3-betting from the big line. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kick up the money. If he has 10s plus, he may get stacked. If he somehow has the heart draw, right, or like ace queen of spades or ace jack of spades, something like that, he's gonna come along. So this is gonna likely not work out for Panikovs because Gazak.
You never know. He might level himself. Be like, I have all the overpairs.
It's true too.
Well, I respect it if he goes for it too. Fuck it. I feel like when he takes this, I think when he takes this long, probably just folds, but I feel like he really wants to do it. You know what I mean? I think that kills him. He really thought about it because it makes no sense to like tank there with that end. It's like you're really thinking about it.
King Jack 8-4 6-10 of diamonds. And King Jack. See if he starts. He's covering, right? Comes in for that raise, little 3.5x. It's pretty standard when covering in this juncture of the tournament. 8-4 suited does decide to take a flop. Both players completely missing. 8-4 suited though does have some decent turn cards, some diamonds 3-5, but King Jack maybe just one bet, take it down. That size could float one, but
yeah, I think if he like limped and then it won like one big blind, he could probably float, but for that it's too much.
Ten deuce of hearts comes in, same thing, 280, 3.5x. And we'll call, and a pretty good flop for 10-8. Got the overs gut shot. 10 deuce suited has a low gut shot backdoor heart, so both players whiffing but having something. And a bet gonna win. So Gazak still hanging tough. All And we will get the. All right, I got distracted there. We'll get the giveaways here going. Nothing like giveaway. Tell me about your online start. How did you get going in poker? Did you hit a free roll? Did you deposit 50? When did you start playing poker specifically, and how did you get your roll going?
I forgot what year, but I was playing like 25 cent, 50 cent blunt. I think it was 2016, I think. I started playing like just 25 cent, 50 cent home games. And then I spun like online like $100, like 10K or whatever, 10, 20K, and then used that to play cash. Built up a role playing cash. Then played cash. Then I started playing tournaments, dusted it all off, and then I spun it back. Then I went to like Brigada, I think, and I like dusted it off. I went to Brigada in like 2019 and like won like I won like 100K in a week or whatever. And then I've been good ever since then. But yeah. But basically live $20 buying games to online, built a roll online to play cash, and then I just switched to tournaments in like 2022. I just don't like playing cash anymore. Got weird in New York. Games kind of dried
Yeah.
up after
That's why I
COVID.
started exact same. I started 25 cent 50. I was playing a lot of no limit back. It was like I was a decade before you, a little more. So how old are you? 28? No,
29.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
29, but I'm turning 30.
Nice. Yeah, I turn 39 soon. So yeah, you started a little bit later, but you're making up for lost time, and it's fun right now. I feel like poker's in a great place. Just the guarantees. It's like it's crazy now. The 10Ks, 25Ks are like they're everywhere, right? Whereas back
It's
in the day
crazy.
online, it was like playing. I remember streaming or before streaming, but when I was playing in like 03, 4, 5, it was like $200, $200, 215 to 500 was like crazy, and then now it's just like there's just so
Bro,
many
it's
big
my
tournaments.
whole career I was like dreaming to play 25Ks, and like then I started playing 25Ks and 50Ks, and I'm like, yo, I'm still like a low stakes guy. Like I don't want to sound like that, but like in my head,
Yeah,
like
no, there's big ones.
I'm
There's
still like in
500Ks,
like
there's millions,
yeah, like I'm
250,
still not even
100
there
is
yet. Like
less than that,
yeah,
for
like
sure.
25Ks or like 5Ks now. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, Kerry Katz, Poker Go, you mentioned playing there. It's true. Like Kerry Katz basically built like his own arena, right? It's like they have them all the time. When the 25K, I remember I played the first ever Alpha 8. It was 100K and 20, I think 13, and it
Yeah,
was
that's huge.
Hard Rock, and that was like there was none. It was basically starting, and then now the 100 they just have these like on Tuesdays. It's like, oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
100K.
now
It's a
they have
massive.
200Ks like next in 2 weeks. They have just casual 200Ks. Crazy.
Yeah,
The
it is
Onyx,
nuts.
insane. PLO 100Ks now, like every.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there in the 25Ks, like, damn, I wish I could play the 100. You know what I'm saying?
It's a metaphor of life. There's always something bigger, crazier, brighter. You gotta dream. You gotta reach, and you get there, man. It just comes. But it's they are big. The million Triton. I remember when they had that. That was insane. Antonio actually just walked in the room, and then we were having. He just popped out. He won that $18 million, 1 million, one drop. But when they had the $1 million, that was crazy. That was 18 million at first. That was 2012. That was a big deal. And now they've
Wow.
had a handful of those.
Yeah, the last one was a like an invitational, half pros, half recs, right?
Yep, I think that was right. They did the
Yeah, and
500 in Bahamas.
I think Bryn won. Bryn Kenny won that one.
The one in yes, the one in London. I actually did the commentary. I was one of the there's a handful of us doing it, but that was he ended up making. They did a deal. The guy ended up winning, not him, but he got the most money, and then that was like 23 million, I think, or 22 million he got at the time, and that was 2019 maybe.
Oh yeah,
Antonio won in
Aaron
2012.
Zhang, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
And then 2014, Dan Coleman won, I think, beating Negreanu. And then 16, I forget, but they did it like every couple of years. It got a little less. Dan Coleman, I think, won 14 million. Daniel
Wow.
Negreanu maybe got 8 million or something, or 9 for a second. But yeah, that's crazy. Antonio wasn't going to play. He got sold some action last minute, was thinking about it, and then decided to hop in. And then he ended up, he beat Trickett heads up. Remember that.
That's so sick. Yeah, I didn't even know what poker was back then. Literally like
Yeah.
2012, 20. I had no idea.
Okay, a couple suited diamonds, and then the 4 deuce suited going to get out of the way. Jack 4 suited covering Ponnikov. Smooth day. Chip leader, now chip leader 3-handed, just kind of doing his thing. Chris in there. They are still deep. So, Queen 3 suited in the big blind here getting raised. Got what, 80? So it's 50 blinds is 460 blinds, right? And he's going to shoot it up.
Wow, this is sick.
All right, I'm gonna do the giveaway for my phone. Yeah, sorry guys, I was I'm on not my normal setup here, but it is fun. Show must go on. We are in a treat with Frank today. Next week, Michael Mizrachi joins. Gonna be fun to have him on for a few hours. Talk about winning the main. Talk about a summer he had. Takes the 50K for the 4th time, Players Championship, then wins the main. I mean, honestly,
That's got to be the best summer ever.
I'll tell you what, that's one of the most impressive runs ever. As well, let me just see what GTO Wizard is telling us here. It's saying you got to call King Jack here. Makes sense. Does agree. 9-4 suited turns a pretty electric card. Picks up a plethora of outs and chip leading with that turn. Got to believe going to be continuing. Knowing hands such as some ace highs and these type of hands are going to hold on. Probably goes for a big bet here. It says bet large all the time, every time. And
Wow,
there it
pop.
is. Just obliges and nothing to do, just no defense for it. And there you go, a little bit of I was saying Sheena Okanato, if I'm pronouncing the name right, her taking second in the ladies event out of like 1250 or 1300, then first with the round the similar amount of entries. It was like 1.1 billion to 1. Did you see that? She won the ladies event the last 2 years. That's
that was sick.
pretty.
I wasn't aware of like her winning last year until this year. That makes any sense? But that's an insane.
But she not only won the year before, she took second the year prior. So she went second, first, in like a 1,300 person field. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's out there.
It's like destiny stuff. Same thing with Grinder. That felt like fate. It was so crazy to watch.
Yeah, he's down
even
3 big.
even winning the 50K, like the PPC, bro. That's like so hard.
Yeah. Yeah. 4 times. I mean, 4 times. Like, come on. Rast has won it 3. A couple guys have won it 3 too. It's a 2-3. It's like that. That's almost, that is like that is the Super Bowl of the mixed games of the all around. So yeah, very crazy. Yeah, he's a guy. He's been around too. He's just been people just so you can't see. He just loves poker. He's just a great like all around poker player. So not a solver type guy. Just gets in there, mixes it up, plays post flop. Definitely has read. I'd say him and I mean obviously there's other great players, but people that are kind of known or been around. I would put him and Esfandiari as two like the kind of better table presence live readers of people that just seem to really benefit from people talking or getting information and not so much the solver side of things.
Yeah, that's a huge thing in live poker. It really is. Like finding the live reads like in game, especially versus like recreationals and like huge spots is like so huge. And like I feel like a lot of the guys like underestimate it. But live tells and live like all that stuff is real. People like try to like undermine it, but like Grinder's obviously like super successful for a reason.
Yeah, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
As we see here, that is a still 3-handed. And Leo Margits, yeah, of course, Ian Sheriff's in the chat pointing that out. Unbelievable too. Be down to that largest score ever for a woman, furthest in the main. Got such a score. And that ace-4 hand, that ace-4 suited hand that was sort of a bluff. Remember that? She got the guy to fold ace-10 and early on. I don't know if you saw that hand, but pretty epic that she could have been basically out or crippled and went for it. And then got a guy to fold a better hand on the TV table. Great point. As we see the first giveaway underway, going to get that queued up. And first giveaway, here we go. And we will be, how fast is going? We're actually going to take the 5-minute breaks today. So we will have the break coming up here shortly. That'll be queued up. Give everyone a chance to hit the restroom, catch up on a few hands, make some notes. And we will still continue on three-handed as nothing really changed. 7.1 kind of peaking for Ponikovs as he has 4-6 suited, telling us GTO Wizard says check, and the ace-5 saying to either check or bet small. And 80% of the time, I think there's definitely, when you start thinking about these recommendations and solver stuff, like if say a player knows exactly, I think you definitely start looking at the player and the profile you're playing against. Like, hey, I'm going to check. I know I can bet sometimes, but a guy like Panikov is going to punish you with a lot more hands. So it's like you just kind of, that's one of the benefits of being so well versed and getting respect, is that I think people kind of pass a lot on spots that are close, if that makes sense. So they're just like, you know what, I'm not going to mess around here. I'm just going to play it to the book because I don't want to get messed with. And this is troublesome for Chris. I mean, 8s and aces off this stacks. It does just call. Going to allow him maybe not to lose so many chips. That hand definitely could have played different. 8s could have easily taken aggressive action there.
Yeah, for sure. He started with 30, right? 30 bigs.
Yeah, just about. I think it was at the 50-100 right there, yeah. And 3, 4, 5, 8s, and aces.
This lead's
And
kind of
aces.
cool.
Yeah, definitely unconventional. Very wet board. 2 flush draws, straight draws. I guess he's just saying I have more 6, 7s. I have more sort of different hands. And ace is not deterred. Just going to go ahead and shoot it up. Nicely done. Nice hand. Ace king suited. Jack 5 off. How far will Ponikovs take? The button opens. Not quite there. It's a little bit out of the reasonability. Okay, 9, 5, ace 9. Deuce 5 suited, ace 9 off. Deuce 5 suited, going to try to limp in, I would imagine. Have about exactly 2-1 chip deficit. And ace 9 off, good enough to shoot it up, I would think, if it goes limp.
Yeah, for
Covering
sure.
this hand. Yes, it does. Okay, so it has some checkbacks with sort of strong, middle strong hands. 3-handed ace 9, definitely a good hand, but it does check back. Both players connect, bottom pair, top pair. Okay, comes out leading. A little bit curious with that, with the check back from Ponikovs. Think this is going to hit him a decent amount. Checking back, kind of have sort of strongish, middling hands. He does come right away and execute a raise. This could develop. 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock, and that is the bingo card, the deuce clubs. So kind of a brick, it doesn't, no 4-liner, no 6, no 8, no 10.
Yeah, that's a brick for sure.
Yeah, that is one that could stun Ponikovs. And gonna go big here. I mean, Gazak with the decision to just call or start moving the money in now, though.
I like just call.
Yeah, I think Ponikov's going to realize this is a 2-street hand. He could get greedy here as played, thinking the king's a stone cold brick as the calling the turn. So I don't know. He might go for a bet. Right? You could definitely see him thinking his hand is still the best. And it wasn't even on the turn, but ace 9, yeah, he goes for it. And this is just going to get called, not raised, but really huge pot for Gazak.
Wow.
Never folding as played. But not raising, I would imagine not raising. It is 2 pair. He's just going to call, and that is going to shift the chip lead. And everyone's about even, right? This is now a new game. 3-handed playing for a title. The Gazak into the chip lead, though. Well played.
For sure.
We'll have that first of 3 giveaways soon for everyone. Over 1,300 watching. Please let us know where in the world you're watching from. We are going to see a winner today. Having a good time on the show. A little bit of technical difficulty, but we are here going to play to a winner. It does happen time to time. Jack on the river. Not a big pot, but you can feel momentum shift there a little. Ponikovs goes from decisive chip lead to now kind of tied for second. It's still very tight. It's almost like a 3-way tie, but Chris.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is gonna win this hand. Ponikov's gonna be third, I guess.
Yeah, probably just tie. I guess he's thinking, does he want to bet the king, 8, 4, get some value out of ace high, 4 happen to pairs like this. So he does get called and take even just a slight lead.
Yeah, I think the jack is just too good.
Yeah, as played.
Really. Yeah.
Play does get a little, saw a little value there. 3-4, 3-5, queen 10. 3-4 suited going to raise. Queen 10 definitely going to want to take a look at the flop. And saying a mid bet there on the jack 3 deuce queen 10 off out of the big. That's interesting to me.
That's sick.
So
just lead the jack 3 too. That's pretty.
Yeah, at home too. It's sort of if you're watching, this is like it's fun to see the GTO wizard recommendations because you kind of get a little bit of a forced study session too, where you kind of pick up on stuff that you're like, wow, I wouldn't even think of that. It happens to me all the time. It's cool. And look at the queen 10. Maybe it's onto something. It knows that running nut queen 10 checks it over, and 3-4 not a hand to go for value. So Gazak could have gotten a much bigger pot if Alex actually had something there, but 6.3 nonetheless. A surge into the lead a bit comfortably.
And raise.
King 4. Yeah, Romanashka, I've seen him execute numerous times successfully the min raise out of the small blind. It's very unconventional. I don't think I've seen anyone else ever do that. I expect on this show, at least, the min raise and the small blind. He does it almost always and has had some decent luck with that. But as played, Jack 10 picks up some equity here. And you can see the chess clocks, everyone a little bit short, but see if that comes into play today. And now it's saying to go ahead and bet large. Interesting, we get called there. No heart, so maybe thinking that, yeah, your opponent may have some hearts. You might be able to fall through on a bluff. You do pick up equity. It is surprising. It's saying you bet always here, though. I guess that is played. So, I mean, Gazak definitely seems in tune to the game in this type of strategy. He's been aligned a lot of times with some thoughts. And this is saying Ponikov's always calling. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Delivers it. And actually, he's got the king
Oh,
of
my God.
This could get interesting.
I wonder what size he goes for.
It says mid, right? So it's recommending in the million range. And be curious if he deviates from that if Ponikov's has some
wow.
For all of it. And
I had a feeling he was gonna go huge. I really did. Wow.
Wow, and it's saying actually to call 4 out of 10 times here. And with the king of clubs, with there, I guess you're thinking maybe your opponent doesn't generally have ace X here as played. So it's like, and does he go for the value? You do have the king of clubs too. So this is
and does he jam? Does he go that size with just like ace X? I don't know, man. I could see him calling. This is rough.
This is the thing, though. I agree, but it's like when you really think of Gazak, how he's played his game, and like, is he just going crazy in this spot without beating the king there? And that's just a great fold. Like, it's not shocking to fold that, but again, Ponikov's just understanding too. I think a bit of Gazak in his player profile, and does he just have like
for sure.
Bluff? But great.
I mean, calling would be like ambitious that the guy's like really like just triple barreling like the one club. You know what I'm saying? like the one, like the nine, like let's say like 9-10 with like the 10 of clubs. You know what I mean?
Exactly right. No, I think that's what I'm saying. Does he have that? That is what the question is. So, very interesting hand. I'm gonna make a note of that one. Well, Frank, I got good news. Pretty much every guest has instant success. You've already been doing very well, but this you might just grab your title, your next events up here in the Heads Up Championship. I hope you give a shout out to GG Millions when you're in that winner photo, the 25K Heads Up tournament. You say, you know what? I was just brushing up. We actually did a long heads up. This match went fast, and it's just gonna fall into play, man. 64. How many you have to win? 7. What's that? 8, 64, 32. Yeah, it's about 7 matches. It's not crazy.
7? No, I think less. Is it 7?
So if is it 64? 64,
Yeah,
right?
60. Yeah.
64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2. Is it 6? 6, 8, 4,
I think it's 6 or you.
It must be.
I think it's
Yeah, I
6.
think it is.
You got to run good to win 6 heads up in a row.
Yeah. Okay. Ace 2, King 10. Things slowed down here a little bit. And the action, as expected, just got such a fast start. We do have that first giveaway queued up, and I do have the first winner. It is going to be Alex F on YouTube. You took down that $50 first ticket. We got 2 more. Don't worry. 2 more, but Alex F is the first of 3. There it is. First winner. First winner. 1 of 3. And Panakov's right back to work. 5-6 off. Gazak will call here. It's covering now. It's also 3-handed. Saw him fold like the Jack 9 off. Very different though. This is 3-handed covering versus it's like 8 or 9-handed early on being covered and raise into a bunch of players. So this is Jack 7 suit. Just gonna flop a Jack high flush draw and like take it down. How was your main event? I didn't saw you didn't cash, but did you make it through? Did anything going, or just kind of nothing ever get moving in the main?
I got an aces to kings for like a lot of chips and lost, and then I lost like ace jack. I had jacks to ace jack.
Yeah,
Is what it
annoying.
is.
Yeah, it's just
Is
there
what
really
it
is
is.
mind blowing to beat 10,000 people. How crazy that actually is to run good for that long, or even if you play well or not. But people do it. It's amazing. It's crazy how many people we know too, right? I like that actually play because you figure out how many people. I don't know how many you think that actually could win the main out of say 10,000. How many you think is there? Is it 1,000 that could win? Is it 500 that could actually get it done? I don't know the number. I think
I don't know.
it's like
All I know is when I play, I feel like I'm drawing stone dead. Like there's no chance. There's no. I just feel like as soon as I sit down, I'm like, I'm like not even. Everyone's excited except me. I'm like the least excited. It just feels like so. It just feels like too crazy. Like it just feels so insane to like win
okay,
a
about
10,000 person tournament.
it does seem hard. It does seem hard. It's 50-50 to bet or not. It does bet ace 8 just comes right in for the best hand and actually has him to only needing a 4. 6 would be no good. Playing tournaments is a bit like investing. You don't know which one, if you do several, you don't know which one's going to hit. You don't know which size. Are you going to win the main? Are you going to win, the 1K? Are you going to win, how many people? It's kind of funny how that works, right? It's just so random. Like you don't necessarily play any different or much different in the main versus, the 5K or 2K, but like when you run good and how much is it for? That's do you min cash? Do you not cash? Do you hit a bank? It's
A lot of
poker's a
luck
very
in
yeah,
live tournaments is a lot of luck.
for sure.
Insane.
10-4, Jack 8, Queen Queen 7 flop. Ponikov's thinking about putting some money in or not. Does do that. This is one of the reasons to do that. Force folds from some better hands, Jack highs, King highs. But Jack 8 is up to the task to call.
Yeah, Jack 8 can't fold. Yeah.
He's got overs, 2 overs of 7, 9 and 10, decent cards for equity. Also just going to be able to take it away later. But he happens to have the best hand. See if 10-4 follows through or not. Does do that. And Jack 8, though, actually does pick up some equity.
Yeah, I wonder what Chris does. I wonder if he just calls or raises.
Yeah, making it like 500, 480 or something would kind of nice. You could semi-bluff, bet on the gutter, bet your gutters. Does
Yeah,
make it
maybe fold some 7x. And King highs
nice
and
hand.
7x.
Nice hand. Well, Jack 9, Ace 9. Jack 9 has a better draw. Ace 9 in the lead, though. Ace 9 is the best hand. It does seem like it's a bit hard to get to the river here with it. And let's see if he's able to do it. Jack 9.
Wow. That's an interesting lead.
It's very wet board. He has no club or heart.
This I don't get.
Okay, so he's got the winner on the river. That's a brick in his mind for the most part, right? No club, no heart, and no king, no 8, which would have made an instant improvement to a lot of hands. So let's see what he does. He goes check, and I guess Jack 9 just has enough showing. So so another interesting spot where maybe wouldn't have played the same, myself included.
That was a sick value bet on the turn by Ponikos. I would never ever find that. I would like always check.
And Gazak, man, Gazak 900 is your overwhelming chip leader. And really had played a nice hand with that 5 deuce suited. Got a great run out and is in command right now.
So am I free rolling the dinner now? With
I
Ponikos?
didn't. Ponikovs, yes. Chris, I don't believe anyone picked in Gazak. No one did. So yeah, I think you're in free roll formation.
Wow, nice.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, a lot of giveaways to do. A lot of poker left. This is as expected. 3-handed or at some point would slow down. And we're now at 50, 100. Easiest to do the big blinds. People ask all the time, why can't we have the big blinds? That is a setting when you're playing. You can click in between, but kind of makes it more fun for the viewers with the chips. You know, it's having a number like 75 or 47, 32, not quite the same as ace 2 soft. As I believe he'll 3-bet this. He did just call. He sort of shot up that big card with a little offsuit, but this time does just call in 4-5 suited. See what it wants to do. Definitely one of the better candidates to be betting. You have backdoors and you have 5 high. So we'll bet. Ace deuce with the spade and a deuce certainly not folding. And raising.
Wow. Yeah, I like the check raise with the deuce. Like you can deny equity, backdoor spades, etc.
7-5, stepping into a much better hand in position. See if I think this hand doesn't. I mean, it does flop well. It also is just a nice hand to be aggressive with. Let's see, ace five suited here. Does call, and another pop up from GTO Wizard telling us like to start checking. And he's going to come betting now. 140 on the clock. Well, everyone pretty short on this chess clock. Very decent chance we do see those run out. Just to remind everyone, if that happens, you're not out. Just 5 seconds per street to decide for the remainder of the tournament, as this is saying white flag this. Get called Jack 10, Jack 10, 10. You have 7 high. I think a good rule is if you have one of the worst hands you can have to bet, but again, not always. Doesn't mean you just always blast off when you have like the worst hand.
Yeah, you gotta have some give ups. Like, this is probably a good one to give up. But...
Well, he's going to come at Ponikov's, and surely I think Ponikov's always going to call and then maybe decide river if he does get that extra aggression. But I don't know. Ponikov's still he's thinking. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair, you call there, and you assume your opponent's willing and capable. The times he does have that hand if he's going to fall through, and you're not willing to call down at the end. You know, you're giving away a lot of chips, so it could just be dead too. So interesting, and not again. Booth, we got a little bias, right? We see the cards. It's easier when we know what the player has, but in game, Ponikovs, even the best in the world, get blown off hands sometimes. Part of it.
Yeah, it makes sense if he thinks he's like under bluffing now. You know what I'm saying? And then he's either like dead, like he loses to all value there. You know?
Just want to remind everyone we will be taking a break. I know that's not normal, but there was some technical difficulties. Also, this thing went very quickly. We're just gonna take a quick break coming up here. We will be back very shortly, so don't go anywhere. And that should be coming up here in another hand or so as we see ace 6, ace 9. We are playing to a winner, and you see the pay jumps getting very juicy. Ace 6. Can you get a better ace to fold? This is one of the reasons with the hand like this ace.
Wow.
And this is up for it. He's up for the occasion. Kazakh hasn't let go yet, but there he does go ahead and relinquish, as we are still three-handed, and we will see another hand here as no one with much. Ponikov's 4-6 off, going to come in for a limp. Chris, a decent hand to be raising. Ace 5, not a great hand, but check back. We've seen that a couple times with this weakest ace in the big blind. I think there is merit to do that, because your opponent then sometimes when the ace comes tries to rep that, and also they don't give you credit for that, as this is a decent action flop though. 4-6 on the
Yeah, and like you don't want to like raise fold. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
it's nice. It's nice to have it in like your check back range. It's also like a little bit too much to just rip 20. I mean, it wouldn't be that crazy, but it's like a little too much. So check back makes sense.
Ponikov's now decides to check raise. Ace 5.
But yeah, it has to call.
Yep, no club, and realizing there are hands that are he's beating, but also he's got the gut shot to go with it, and does hit a nice one, the 5. And this is a super action card, puts open-ended Ponikovs, and ace 5 improves also the straight draw. So pretty big
Yeah, now
hands.
this is now this good to murky. Wow. This is sick. I mean, Ponikov's gonna have like a lot of worse 5x here. He's gonna have like two five suited, 5-6. I mean, 5-7, etc. That turns a 5 and checks, and he's getting value from all those. Pretty sick, and denying equity from clubs and shit. Oh, I just flew by my face.
Yeah, he's gonna get the check back, and Ponikov's all of a sudden from penthouse to in trouble as he has got 1.4, but is still
That's
in
a
the
sick
game.
value bet on the turn. A lot of guys would just check there, but if like you think about it, like Ponikov's that like has a lot of 5x there that like check raises and turns a pair and like checks. Pretty
For
sick.
sure. Well, we are going to get to wait and see how this will play out as we will take a short break. We'll see you in a few minutes. 3 players left as we will take this break, and we will bring it back to you just in a few moments. Okay. Yeah, I think we're off to All right, we are back in action. Three-handed, going to queue up the second and third $50 GG ticket as Gazak is running amok right now. Panakov's on the ropes. This will be a pickup for him, though. Certainly going to shove this as he will just take it down. Chris playing a nice game. These three players have played very well. All players here have played very well. This is too close to call, and I'm the dinner wager's looking safe,
Looking choked.
looking chalky, but never over. Panakovs, you can't count that man out. Let's see, what are we doing? Keyword. We're doing. All right, second giveaway. There it is. GGWSO, WSOP GG Bahamas, and then insert your GGPoker giveaway. That is live. Try to get you down to heads up. We'll do the last
Everybody's
one.
really short.
Yeah,
Everybody's really short on the time clocks.
Yeah,
crazy.
We've had a couple where it's been 0-0 before. It's interesting. That makes it like a chess clock heads up match, which is very, very intense, as we see. 9-10 suited. Chris with the Queen of Hearts doesn't want to get involved, just gets out of the way.
Yeah, not versus the chip leader and the guy third super short. Wow.
Tier 1 picks it up. Ace King suited. It's a hand I busted the main with. Ace King of clubs. All in pre, good spot. Day 5, short thoughts. It's a tricky one in the main. I think that maybe you value life a little too much, but there's something about just hanging in, trying to get it in good. But I think you don't want to get yourself critically short still, right? It's tough. It just feels like 2-hour levels, like you can be more patient.
You still got to win the tournament though. Gotta play to win.
For sure.
Grinder's not folding it.
Yeah, no, I know I'm saying, but like to pick your spot, right? To be like, not saying pass on a hand like that. I'm saying to wait a bit with a good.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, no. There's going to be spots in the main where like you fold kings and shit, like, or otherwise you never fold.
Yeah, and Jack 9 here. Jack 9 is got a flop flush, does get a card on the river that's not amazing, but still very strong hand. Jack high flush, king high diamonds, ace high diamonds are the better hand, as Queen 8 does make 2 pair. Can't blame for calling. Going to shift power over to Chris where it's very even and see if they can get heads up. We thought it was going to be Panakovs for a while, as we see all of a sudden the ace king again, and this is going to be an important hand here. We're going to see potentially a knockout, potentially a double, but we will see all the money get in here. All in. Going to be a quick call. Gazak doing the call. 7s to ace king classic flip. Will we stay 3? Will we go to heads up? Clean board for 7, 76% of the time, every time. Turn 86. River needs an ace or king, or your chip leader to start will be out. That is it. We are heads up. Gazak versus Chris. Good game to Panakovs. He says GG. He's happy to pick up almost 200 dimes as he gets 188. Now 240. That was a big pay jump. 52,000 and now 66K heads up match. 6.5 buy-ins. Chess clocks getting to come and play. And we are going to see a either repeat winner. I think Chris, I got my notes up here. I'm trying to see. As I get the second winner for the ticket, get that for you in 1 second. I think has Chris won. I know we have 18 titles amongst the 9 players today. Gazak has not. Do you have that? Do you have that notes out? Let me see if I can find it real
I think
quick.
It said Chris hasn't won.
Let me see. Chris has got 0 wins and 8 final tables, and Gazak has 1 final table. So yeah, 0 titles. Panakovs 5, 4 for Simon, 4 for Romaneshka, 3 for Leonard, 2 for Pedro. So we have a new GGMillion champion today. It's exciting. That is exciting news, and it is pretty even right here. And we have no dinner on the line. You want to make a dinner bet? You want to You want to choose? I'll let you choose. You want Chris with less or Gazak with more?
Damn. I don't know. That's tough.
If you don't choose, I'll choose. I know who I want.
You want Gazak?
Can't tell you
Like
all that. I'm still gonna
running. I feel like he's running good. Like it might be just in the stars for him to win.
Stars are important.
You know what? I'll go with Gazak. I'll go with him.
All right, that's who I would have picked. Even though Chris has played excellent, I just think Gazak has played very well, and it is still a semi-important lead, right? And that hand, all right. Well, as Gazak's scooping that, I might have made you flip. 9-6 chip lead. This is a 3-2 lead, not over yet, but still a good start for Gazak here. And Chris sees the min raise. He's gonna call Jack 7, King 10.
Yeah.
Well, we downgrade from expensive dinner to Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out Burger for the dinner plans. This is a neither one of us. Actually, it's hard. That's very rare for neither one to have someone heads up. I don't know if that's ever happened actually either. You do have some weird stuff happening, Frank, on the show today. You always bring chaotic situations, and Chris,
he just folds the 7 also. Just check folds. I love that. That's confidence.
Queen Jack A6, 2 good hands. You know the computer hand, Frank? Do you know what that means?
Queen 7.
There you go. Okay, just no waiting. Instant snap off at home if you got one. Some people don't know that. I say that a lot on here. So if you watch the show, you probably heard that. As 4 clubs come out, A6, not a great board. Queen Jack going to be less excited as top pair now is beat by any club. And now a club. We do see people get aggressive in these spots sometimes on a chop, but as played, let's see if they're just going to be happy to chop it up or take a shot. And okay, check, no harm, no foul. Everyone just reset. Seeing Misha coming back over here. Misha, this is heads up play. This is exciting. Are we going to get Jish over here? Is Antonio, is he going to rise the occasion, or he's off the boat? What's he doing?
He's got to put the kids to sleep.
Okay. All right. No Antonio, but Misha has been on the show before, and Misha is looking to see who is going to win. Russia. We got a Russian flag there. I know who you're rooting for.
An unknown Russian.
Unknown. 5th place before. We're close to Russia right now. Panakovs, it's not just because you're chip leader, you don't get to win. He got 3rd. He rose. What was the big hand he lost? He got the 5 deuce to ace 9. It was 9, 5, 7, I believe, and then turned deuce, and he went for a big 3rd street with the 9 on a King River, and that was a big hit to him. Ace 8, 4 deuce. Frank is getting ready. Frank's playing the 25K NBC, formerly NBC.
The heads up one.
The heads up coming up here. So Frank's super locked in right now. I think Frank's actually taking notes for this tournament he's about to play and focusing in here.
You play a lot of heads up, Frank?
Nah. Only I play heads up PLO, but I don't play heads up hold'em.
They should make that a PLO tournament after the return.
That would be a heads up PLO tournament. Would be sick.
I think the problem is the audience in general. I think it's a little harder to follow, and people, who don't play hold PLO would be confused for a bit. Learn. So, ace 9, Jack 4, Jack 4 limping, getting shot upstairs, and it is 9-6. Every time you come in here, Misha, the internet gets messed up. What's going on, man? I got some automatic field. I just got a notice that said bandwidth low. Ace 3, Queen 5. No player making a pair. Hard to make a pair. Ace high in the lead. 7, 7, 8. We do have I think this is. I announced. Sorry, the 2nd giveaway winner, and then we got to do the 3rd. Joe Harris, you are the winner. At Joe Harris. So put that in. Then we'll do the 3rd giveaway. I forgot about them. Sorry. Got the road show here today. No main setup. We're doing everything a little bit off the cusp. Queen makes the pair, and it is looking like Gazak's day. Almost 10 million to 6 million. King 3, 10, 7. Joe Harris.
Gazak's time.
I think it's 3 of 4, 3 of 3, $50 GG ticket keyword. Let's go with. Let's do this. GG.
Could get
Getting the
interesting.
slap off everyone. Okay.
I was like flopping middle pair.
All right, third giveaway is underway. Good luck to everyone. That is the third and final ticket. Twitter, Jeff Gross Poker. Get that link out for you one more time, and then I'm going to put my phone down. We're going to enjoy this heads-up match, and that will be it. Misha, you going to tweet it out, retweet for a $50 ticket?
Never had Twitter in my life.
You and Frank, you're two of the only people I know. Look at that. You guys have.
No, I
that in
have a
common.
Twitter. I have a Twitter,
Okay.
but it's like a
Just not-
burner. It's like a burner Twitter.
Just to follow the news and action. You're not posting on
Yeah.
there.
No,
In the
no.
mix.
Private
Have an
Instagram.
alias.
That works. All right, I'm putting this link in. 8, 10, 7, 3. Both with the pairs. Could be a bit of chips coming here.
It's hard to make a pair.
It is. He checks back on the 10, 8 on the 10, 7, 6, 6. That's a little bizarre. High tech. Okay, no, that was a little surprising. All right, third giveaway underway.
Chris flopping big trips.
7, 6, Jack 4. Ooh,
Very interesting. turn
this is makings for big hand. 1 minute 20, 1 minute 05 on the chess clock. 6, 7 start betting. And
I would expect a raise here.
Chris with the Jack 4. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's super wet board. 2, 3, 4, 5x.
It almost just looks like a flush draw bet. Yeah.
Wow. And with the straight flush
Wow.
draw, paired board, 7 high flush draw. Do you get paid if you hit? Are you're worried about some hands that you're losing? Probably don't think you're dead. Big bet there. Does call and hits
Wow.
it, but is he going to get paid? And how much? Board's paired, 7 high flush, out of position. Interesting spot.
If
What
he
to
leads
do.
here like 2/3, you're hating your life.
Yeah, I mean, he does go for.
It's
less
hard to
than
find.
half.
It's hard to find bluffs here, but like now he's getting such a sick price. So sick.
Yeah, you lose to a lot of hands actually. But heads up, man. We're talking about how hard it is to make a pair. You got trips flopped, and you're like, really? Chris is he's available to make these type
It's
of.
hard to have
folds.
a bluff with this line though. Like
Exactly. Yeah, you get shot up, and now the club comes in, and you're leading.
yeah, especially when you pot turn, call or raise. Rivers a club and you lead.
40 seconds does call. I mean, can't blame him. Yeah, can't blame him. Making trips heads up. He is going to lose, and that is looking
No,
like
for sure.
light
It's a cooler.
potentially. Still 140 though. He's got almost 20 bigs. 20 bigs on the dot.
Very good sizing to get called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna announce the third give. We got a few more minutes. You guys still have, remember, must hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying, of course, only, and be subscribed, and then hit the keyword in there for the $50 giveaway. 3 of 3 tickets as King 9, Jack 3. 3 is enough. It's just sort of Gazak. It's
It's
kinda
Gazak's world.
fun. Yeah, it's like a good backgammon game when everything's lining up, everything's clean, neat, tidy, no shots. He's just kind of chiseling away, and he has kings, and he is going to make a small raise to Chris's limp. How's your limp game? Have you been working? You know what to look? You got that down in the heads up, like 20-10. Do you have a plan there? Or are you just going to always be min raising, blasting, or do you,
No,
do you
I
know
mean, so you start. It's like usually always a mix. Then once you get like sub 20, like you start limping like way more. Like at 15, it's just limps. I seen like some crowds looking at some crazy shit. I was looking at some like insane, like weird, like 25 big blind hands where it goes like button limp. You like 4x the big blind with like 7-6 suited, and the guy jams 25 bigs and you call off.
Which book? Which one is that? Which program?
Go
Which
go,
program?
go look at right now on Wizard. Go look at right now for 25 bigs. Insane.
Gee, You're saying to call off 25 bigs with 7-6 suited?
Yes, you raise, call off.
Frank, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. If you do that, you will not be winning the 25.
Well, I mean, I want to see if I believe you. I just want to see. I've never seen that version of what anywhere on that. I'm just saying. I'm not doing a ton of. I haven't studied like heads up those spots, but I would definitely be interested to see that because that surprises me. That might have been April Fool's edition GTO.
No, like 20 big blinds. You limp the button, like button limps. You're in the big blind. You squeeze like 6.5 big blinds. I have right here, all in, and you call off 7-6 suited.
Okay, maybe after you make it that size, so you're basically
it's like it's limp. You go like 6 bigs and then call off. Like I mean, it's still insane.
Right. Yeah,
I would never do that. I'm just saying, like I seen stuff like that. And I was like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah, there are some interesting spots. That's good that you're looking at because I mean, of course, that's in heads up. That's what's going to be happening. You're going to get in some, whether you're the shortest or covering, and have to deal with that as King 5, Queen Deuce, King Spade, Queen Spade. That's all that is going, but King High in the lead. And Chris is not having the dream heads up match right now as we will call the third and final giveaway here in a second. 9-4, because it could be over. I mean, it's 10 blinds. We're in that zone.
I raise here. Yep.
9-4 taking it. He's just taking all the spots.
He's gonna take his worst hands and raise, feel pressure.
He is got it working. 6-9 suited. Gonna be limping, probably stacked up fully. Does do so. 4-5 off. Not much Chris can do. Does check back and flops a gut shot. And the last winner. Get that over for you guys.
And he gets it. Gets the gutter on the turn.
Gets it and gets action. Gets the wheel there, as there is 3 clubs out there though. And it's gonna rip it, and Timmer doesn't have anything, so that'll be that. But he does get an important pot, over 2 million again, 13.6 to 2 million. Greatest comeback in history. Wouldn't be the greatest basketball maven, but it would be a nice comeback, and see if we can get a game. Ace Queen, Queen 7. Speaking of the computer hand, Queen 7 off there. You got any shout outs out there? Frankie Banks, anyone watching, tuned in, or seeing you there? Have you done commentary before? Is this the first? Although I used to stream on Twitch.
No, it's my first. Yeah, I've never commentated.
It's fun,
not
right?
Really
it's
a
like
fan.
a study session.
Yeah, it's cool. I just don't like. I don't know. I don't like watching like commentary when like it's always like it's just always the commentator saying exactly what they would do. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever seen those like those?
Of course. Yeah, that's not. This is GG Millions, bro. This is the show. This is the top
echelon.
This is fire.
Yeah, this is the best.
We have to have you back on. This is the biggest buy-in every week. The best players, biggest guests, the whole deal. This is some new champion is crowned today, which is nice too, because that's not always the case. There was a lot of superpower in their day, and it's actually amazing. Some of the players that are so good have not won. Right, it just shows you how hard it is to actually win a tournament. As Frank got second in the Bahamas 25 a few years ago for 1.6.
Great run.
Yeah, it's an insane score.
Probably good enough to check raise. Yeah.
Yeah, this is almost all she wrote. King 7.
Oh wow.
6. Hello. Not over yet. King 7, 6. Big spot to get it back going in.
Bang. A little double up for Chris. Oh no. Oh no.
Frankie B, the King 7, 8-6. He checks it back. He checks it back as a not over yet. 13.7 to 1.1. This is very close. Oh, aces though. Just what the doctor ordered. The limp over here. Aces. How much though? It's all. Anything looks fishy. It's gonna make a small raise. And a call. Okay, so ace is still looking very, very good here to get the chips to double, but it's what's this? 14 to 1. 14 to 1 chip lead. It is gonna be an all-in chess clock, both under a minute as well. Takes it down. Still will go on. Got the third $50 giveaway here. I'm gonna put that in. It is Robin Locke. Congrats. That is in the chat. $50 ticket as we see deuce 10, the Doyle in there, gonna check back probably, or does he want to raise this one with the suited 10 deuce? I mean, I think he could do either. He does raise. Queen 9. And this is 118 to 1 to flop a flush. Less than 1%.
This is insane.
This is likely GG. And Queen 9, where's he going off this stack? This is probably just getting in, and he will need runners if this is the case with 15, 16. If the raise, not all in, but it raised. Skazak, the one to call her, just get the money going here. Yeah, I think that's probably the last hand of the day. Let's see though. You never know. We've seen crazier. There's all in. Snap call. 10 deuce suited is ahead, way ahead. 97%. Oh, the one card that makes it super interesting. Deuce GG as we see a new champion, Misha.
Nice to meet you, bro.
We got Frank calling the winner, Gazak 900. What a performance from him. Going to get the title today, as that will be it for the giveaways. That's it for the action. And Frank, I gotta tell you, man, your first time commentating. Tell me what your takeaways for today. Are you going to be back? Do you love it?
I don't think I'll be back. I was reading the chat. I don't think they like me very much. I think they hate my gut. I think that looks like they hate my gut. No, I'll definitely come back sometime whenever you want. Whenever I'm free or whatever. That was sick. That was awesome. That was so sick for like the GTO recommendations and stuff, and then betting on it. That was insane.
Yeah, I love the GTO Wizard. Really does have a nice touch to get you to kind of compare and contrast what is possible, what these guys are doing, how locked in they are in the sizings. And Gazak came in 4.86 to 1. 10 to 1 was Chris. Couldn't quite finish out. Panikov's 2.42 to 1. That might be the lowest odds I've ever seen as a favorite, someone that big a favorite. But again, doesn't get it done, does lock up some lion's share of the money. 188K as we see again another amazing show. Appreciate everyone watching. Congrats to all the winners. Good luck on Twitter. You still have time to get that tweet out. I will pick that right after the show. Who wins that 50? That is on Jeff Bros Poker Twitter. And Frank, man, good luck in the 25K, brother. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, bro.
And yeah, all the best, man. We'll be battling, I'm sure, in a cash game again soon. We'll have some fun. Maybe next time we get everyone to play PLO, not hold up.
No, they're not ready for PLO. They're not ready for PLO.
All right, I love it, man. All right, say hi to everyone. Appreciate the time. Give Frank a follow on Instagram, and we'll see you in the 25K. Heads up there over at Poker Go. Appreciate the time, brother.
Yeah, bro. Maybe I'll be in the GG Millions 10K too, in Onyx or whatever. Do whatever.
I love that. Amazing. All right, sounds good.
All right.
Cheers.
Later. Peace.